Hello, welcome back to the channel. I go by Reese if you're new here. I set the intentions over the incense that's burning to clear out any negativity that's been in the space, clear out any energies that have been attached to me, as well as you. So as long as it's burning during this reading, that is what is going to happen. It's going to clear your space out and return all those heavy energies back to Mother Nature. I just got off of my day job. Now it's time for me to get myself together on my night job. If that makes sense. Ace of Swords just fell out for me, which I find ironic because I spoke to the spirits around me, like the ones that wanted to communicate with me, and I let them know that 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the time that I'm open for any spiritual messages. However, I've been noticing that I've been getting off work a little later than anticipated, and I haven't really been tapping in. So like tonight and any other night that I verify and verbally confirm it, I will be making time to like connect with spirits and energy. So I set that intention right now. So if there are any spirits around, and I just felt them flood in, if there's any spirits around that have a message for someone in the collective watching, I ask that you come now and deliver this message for them. Ooh. Well, hello. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming in. All right. Are there any more messages? Okay. So at the bottom we have justice. So justice is coming in for whoever is watching, whether it be your own justice that you're about to receive for your actions and for what you've done. Your karma is coming in. Whether it's for something that someone else has done to you, it is on the way. You've got the 6 of Cups. This is giving the energy of, you know, building home, creating home is what I heard. Childhood, maybe like this has to do with your childhood home. I also got the 10 of Wands. So it's like you're letting go of burdens. Maybe you are someone who aligns and resonates with me. If so, hi, welcome in. I recognize that it's been a long journey, and, you know, it could be really exhausting to continue every day putting up the good fight that you're putting up. But just to let you know, you're not alone here. You're not alone when it comes to letting go of things. This is like the light at the end of the tunnel. Do you see the light behind the wands, the sticks? I heard slow down. It's the time to slow down right now. To take inventory of everything that's going around. Maybe you've been working a lot. Maybe you work somewhere where you take inventory, or you have a small business. I did hear that. I myself am also a small business owner, and, you know, congratulations to you if that's something that you've been doing. I also heard gifts. We also got the High Priestess here. Oh, and we have the Mother of Cups, aka the Queen of Cups. These are 2 very spiritual individuals. Like, they kind of go neck and neck, ironically, too, in their own field. So, like, either you could be dealing with somebody who's very spiritual, or you could be dealing with just dreams and like your feminine energy and tapping into that and like pouring into your cup, into yourself a lot more than you have been in the past. I also got the Strength card and the 7 of Wands. When I see the 7 of Wands and I heard stand your ground is the message that I always get. With this Strength card, we're getting the energy of like your shadow self, your dark side, your dark feminine energy coming out, allowing your inner beast to be unleashed, taking it off of this chain, like breaking the chains that you have, you know, been constricted with, you know. I'm also like breaking free is literally something that I'm saying, breaking free. But you and someone very spiritual, someone else very tapped in, could be like rebuilding home for yourselves with the 3 of Pentacles here. This is the energy of like creating something with another person. So when I got these 2 people here, these 2 energies, I'm getting the message of it's possible that like you are really tapping into your gifts together, or maybe someone could be coming in to help you create something. They're pulling me back to these two cards. Your third eye. Third eye cleanse is what I heard. Oh, and the flame here. Maybe there's like someone who is a spiritual person who's around you. Also, who could be like either one of you or both of you could be like working on your karma, like seeing, like learning to forgive yourselves, each other, or others who've harmed you, maybe from the past, maybe letting go of burdens of things that have happened in the past. Especially with the Justice card, this is literally about forgiveness, forgiving yourself and other people, and then allowing yourself to just allow karma to come in. And when you slow down, you're able to see where you played a part in your own suffering and someone else's, as well as how someone else played a part in your suffering, or how they play an active part. But maybe your third eye is very active. It could be like overactive, which is why we're with the energy of like the incense that I'm burning about releasing other people's energy. There could be somebody who you're like having to stand your ground with, rebuild a new foundation with this person. I was talking with somebody that I really care about recently, and we were discussing cutting a cord, doing a cord cutting ritual, which is something that I plan on doing on my next off day. Now, you don't typically have to receive the consent of this person, but it is something that is very important to both of us, or both of you, both parties. So, like, if you care about this individual, then maybe it's time for you to consider cutting the cord between you and this person. If there's a lot of negative energy that's been between the two of you, and if you want to rebuild a new connection, and that's what I personally want to do, it may not be something that you are interested in doing, but it is something to take into consideration. Distractions could be very much so something that's around. So not only do we have the father of cups, we also have the mother of cups. So this could be like a couple of people, literally like maybe parents. You can also be being asked to step into your King of Cups energy, like when dealing with this situation, because when it comes down to it, you want to make sure that you are in control of your emotions, right? Like when something is happening that is out of your control, or you know, someone is triggering you. Triggers have been something I've been talking a lot about lately. Especially with the shadow work mentioned here. It's like you want to sit down and you want to face these things, and you also want to let go of things that aren't yours to carry, right? Yeah. Because some things like you've been looking at, you've been probably with your gifts that are activating, you've been probably taking on burdens that aren't yours of someone who's close to you, which is another good reason on cutting cords. It's like getting into the vibe of calling back your energy, claiming your power for yourself, and then reminding yourself that despite what is happening, you are not this other person. You do not have to take on anyone else's karma that is not yours. And releasing all of that, letting you and this other person be free of that. Yeah, rebirth. It's time to look at yourself in a different way and start showing up. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. It's time for you to start showing up in a way that is different. Excuse me. Hi. Okay. It's okay. You're just gonna come this way. You're just gonna come with me. I know it's okay. Yeah, you're just gonna say hi to the people. Okay. Maybe you have a fur baby. With my little furry mamas, I have to like also set boundaries with her. I don't know if I mentioned boundaries, but boundaries is something that you might want to begin setting, because and like putting people, not putting people in their place, but allowing them to know what you will and will not accept in your connection with them. Um, Say hi to the peoples. Okay. So, but like when you're dealing with yourself and with other people, you can only meet people as far as you've met yourself. And that's something that I've heard a lot, but it's very true. If you haven't sat with yourself enough to recognize what makes you tick, and then also like how sensitive some topics are to you. Now, most of the people that you come into contact with, they are not going to have the same triggers that you have, but also like it doesn't mean that you can't be more understanding to someone else's experience, which is, I'm being pulled back to the cups, the king and the queen of cups here. It's like when these two are around, they pay a lot of attention to their own experience, and they begin also to pay a lot of attention to the experiences of others that are around them. Oh yeah, the king of pentacles here. Um so it's like you have a lot of skill, you have a lot of gifts yourself when it comes to like controlling your own energy, and maybe they're asking you to like start tapping more into that, especially when it comes to how you handle other situations and how you handle dealing with and being around other people who aren't necessarily like you. Wow. I know I look very strong. I am pretty strong, but like most of this is just chunk. Yeah, at least visuals. But anyway, so it's like give yourself time to like get to know yourself a little better. Oh, not knowing your own strength. So because if you resonate with this message, you're probably a very tapped in individual, meaning like you have a lot of gifts. It's time to start recognizing like how strong you really are when it comes to how you handle certain situations or certain energies. It's time to really start tapping into your power. Stand up for yourself. Maybe you're not actually, taking into consideration or account how powerful you really are. And that is definitely something that can be a struggle and has been for me personally. I heard has been hotel. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just please don't go back over there. Oh, you're gonna lay down? You're gonna lay down. You're such a good girl. You're such a good mom. Nice. You're such a good girl. Okay. But with that said, it's like just like with my cat just now, she typically likes to get up and destroy things, and it bothers me. But I recognize that I'm much stronger and bigger than she is. That doesn't mean that she's not a fierce little beast, but at the same time, how you handle a situation, you can't just pick her up and start swinging on her, right? You've got to like look at the situation from a different view. Like you've got to look at it like, I am on a different level than you are, and or maybe they're on a different level than you are. They may not recognize their own strength. It's time for us to take this different, like to handle this situation differently. There could be a lot of thoughts that you've been dealing with, a lot of scattered energy, a lot of self-destruction, maybe self-sabotaging behaviors and beliefs can be coming in. But this is where the slow down energy comes in. But then also not stopping until you reach your goal. What is your ultimate goal here with the people that are around you, with your life? What do you want to do? What do you see yourself doing? Where do you see yourself going? These are questions you need to begin asking yourself, and maybe you can begin asking yourself these questions with this person around. I'm really getting this card out here a lot. This high priestess energy. It's like they really want you to be in tune with your gifts, but then also we have the energy of vulnerability. It's like this little duckling, she's in her power, but she's being very vulnerable. She's being very open. This is a very sensitive space for you. And with the strength card, they're not only asking you to tap into your dark side, but they're also asking you to allow yourself to be open, to be seen as a vulnerable piece in a vulnerable space. And I mean, like, allow yourself to be seen. Typically, I'm wearing multiple layers, but right now I'm not. Like, I'm allowing myself to be seen in a vulnerable space. And it can be very uncomfortable, but I heard Oracle. Let's see if my phone will let me pull out some Oracle cards. Thank you, Spirit Team and guys, for being here. Are there any more messages that you have for me or anything else you want me to clarify? Space. I heard space. Okay, I'm gonna take these cards because they fell out. We got villain. You can always rewrite the story. Sometimes things go in a way that you don't want them to go in. But like, you see how she's about to destroy this shell? It's like taking the time to actually allow yourself to destroy them. Raindrops, take a chance on them. Maybe they actually want to be with you. Maybe they actually want to join you in the destruction, you know, in the reopening up or rebuilding of the connection. And then lastly, your potential is endless with the Roan. You are much more brilliant than you think you are, okay? This is where I'm getting the energy of slowing down, letting yourself be a beginner at something. Let yourself start over from the beginning and learn something new. I feel like some of these messages I have are recycled from things that like I've actually experienced myself. I heard practice what you preach, and this is something that they've been calling me to do on my own, in my own life. It's like, yeah, you feel this powerful, you feel this big and bad, but like, you really need to start practicing what you preach. And that's something that I and myself am stepping into, especially when it comes to like allowing myself to be seen. Because I could have spent my entire time in my little box not coming out, because I would rather be like the Mother of Wands, protecting myself, my space, my precious babies, my creations. But it's time to allow myself to be seen. Where can you allow yourself to be seen? Where can you grow your potential? Now, shadow work questions. Let's see, do I have a prompt? What is something that I can let go of? That's a good prompt. What is something that I can let go of in my life? Also, where can I slow down? Because patience is definitely important. And lastly, when it comes to other people, how can I allow them to be themselves more around me? All right. I think that's it for this reading today. If you would like a personal reading, send me a message, comment down below. Also, feel free to check out my Etsy shop, Strange Moods 27. I'll write down the name or drop it down below. Feel free to like and share, subscribe, send this to your people, you know. Help me reach more people if this message resonates with you. Let me know where you feel like You yourself could be doing better. I would do my best to read the comments. I am very curious to see what is going on with your life. And just to let you know, if no one else has told you, I'm rooting for you. Have a good night.